Buongiorno tutti, sono Francesca Elisabetta, and welcome to the YouTube channel Travel from the Inside Out. You might have found me through referral or some of the publications that I've been featured in, which is like the Washington Post, AARP, Travel or Trips to Discover. I've been on numerous podcasts and Italian TV and radio. So welcome to Travel from the Inside Out. I want to share with you, and I've got cheat sheet notes here. I do have a group, a private closed group on Facebook, and it is called Senior Women's Travel Club, Empowering Adventures with Francesca. And I will repeat that again. Senior Women Travel Club, Empowering Adventures with Francesca. So if you put that, go into Facebook and you put it in the magnifying search engine, you should be able to find it. And it's got rules that you need to accept. And if you want to voluntarily give your email for cultural experiences that we put together, that is where you would do it in the entry. I want to tell you I am a certified travel coach through the Travel Coach Network, and I am their ambassador to Italy through that network. I also have the Certificate of Achievement issued by the Italian Tourist Board for Travel to Italy Specialist. I'm dual citizen, bilingual, and I raised my youngest daughter, Antonia, for 16 plus years in a small Italian Umbrian hilltop village. Recently, in the past handful of years, 2 years, I've moved back to the United States, and I saw that there was a huge movement of senior women that have this burning desire in this last phase of their life to do international travel. And I've traveled all over the world. I've traveled since the age of 30 aggressively throughout Europe and Asia. And then in about 2005 is when I settled down and started living in one location. First it was Florence, then it was Cortona, and then it was Umbria. I changed regions. So when I started this whole adventure of coming back into the United States, I interviewed a lot of women in the groups to find out what was going on. And I saw that there was a tremendous amount of isolation pre-COVID, but post-COVID got even worse. Post-COVID brought in a lot of fears and anxieties or apprehensions, or if it isn't that, then it's the need for human contact, which I personally suffer from that. Coming back into the United States, I have not found that it's easy to make friends, and I am the most outgoing person in the world, and I have tried to connect, but it's a different mentality. And I know that there's women across the country that feel the way I feel. So this whole transformation that happened for me, I allowed senior women to join me on this transformation. And lo and behold, that's how the Senior Women Travel Club Empowering Adventures with Francesca happened. We have 2 different levels within the club, and it doesn't cost anything to be part of the club. You know, it's an online Facebook group. But within the club, we've got Francesca Elisabetta's VIP cultural experiences, where I escort you, design, create, and accompany you right into the Italian or Greek culture for experiences. They are typically really small groups of maximum 7 women plus myself. And there is a significant lead time prior that we do a coaching group where everyone who has paid for the excursion gets to get in that coaching group. There's all kinds of tidbits of my life experience of having medical emergencies in other countries for me and my daughter, that there's all ways to prepare and organize yourself. Plus you get to meet the other women that are going on the trip. And that is the Francesca Elisabetta's VIP cultural experiences. In addition to that, we have another level that's slightly under that, which is called Francesca Elisabetta's Ambassador Club. Again, there's not a charge to be in that club, but that happens that when a woman signs up for one of these other cultural experiences that I do and have partnered with a professional international tour agency consultant, and I have taken their tours and modified the tours. I've modified them to slow them down for women 60 through 85 years of age. The oldest gal I've had so far on a trip was 84, but she's very mobile and very limber. And so I have women, what they want is the travel to be slowed down. In these excursions or experiences, you usually have a private room and private bath. The VIP experiences have no opportunities for shared room. The Ambassador Club experiences, the majority will be private rooms, but there's sometimes a few double rooms just for a price offset. But that's not really the niche of the women that I'm working with. We can have anywhere from 14 to 20 women on those cultural experiences, and I accompany you as the ambassador. So the tour company who has made the modifications at my request to make the tour or cultural experience more user-friendly for the older senior woman to have the opportunity for a transformational travel experience. That's what I've done. I've slowed down the number of places we sleep. I make sure that we try to anchor down in hubs of cities that we can just do more day trips, whether it be by boat or bus or vehicle van. I try to reduce how many locations you sleep at. Usually breakfasts are always included. And then in the ambassador experience, sometimes some dinners, some cooking classes, there's a lot of different add-ons that are added on, and that also gets a 2-month pre-coaching group. So even if there's 14 to 20 women in that group, I'm with you. I'm your ambassador. I'm a connection between the activities, but everyone will have had a chance to meet prior on our trips. So one of the things that makes us different, we are not a travel agent, we are not a tour guide, we are not a destination management company, we are not a seller of travel, we are not psychiatrists, doctors, MDs, therapists, we're none of that. We are just senior women who have entered the third phase of our life, and we want something different. We realize that we've got to make different choices if we want to go on these cultural experiences. So I welcome you to find Senior Women Travel Club Empowering Adventures with Francesca on Facebook. I have to remember that name because you got to remember I'm one of you. I've had 2 heart surgeries and I've had a couple of strokes. My strokes tend to hit my vision more than they hit my brain, although some people would beg to differ. But I don't know why, and we're trying to figure out now, why do my strokes give me scotomas and blind spots? So a lot of times you'll see me with pink glasses, and I'm very sensitive to fluorescent lights and things like that. So anyway, please join us. We're a very casual, open group. We do ask that you look at the rules ahead of time and understand a little bit about what the club is on Facebook. And we talk about a lot of things, whether it's shoes, medical issues, season affective disorder, how to travel with medical supplies, what accessories are best, what types of experiences are enriching. It's a lot more. It's a transformation for senior women from the inside out. I even have certain lipsticks that I like that are long wearing. And so if I buy a product and I like it, I do product reviews all the time. But it's an informal group where the women can start to feel safe, and it's not about you trying to set up individual meetups in the group or you promoting your tours. It's not about that. The women that come into this club, it's a privilege to be here. Many of the people who actually run the club are disabled, because for years I had severe disabilities and I worked extensively online in the disability community. And many of my disability followers who never escaped disability, they help me as helpers in the group, and they don't get to travel, but they get to read and see the experiences that the women are doing. So you've got to be really kind of humbled and accept that this is a totally different environment. Coming in with maybe an entitled attitude or demanding things doesn't fly in the group. We want nice people. So anyway, please join us over there, and I hope this video helps you understand a little bit about the group. Thank you. Bye.